A terrible thing has happened. We are running very low on our freezer meals. Freezer meals are very important for our sanity. So the next couple days, we're hoping to make as many meals as possible that will last us at least a month. The last time we did this, it lasted longer, so let's find out.
Yesterday we got a head start by restocking our rice supply in the house and cooking up a batch of it. I know cooking rice is really not that hard, but it's even easier when you make a really big batch and freeze it in portions. It makes it so easy to reheat a protein and the rice and maybe make a vegetable side fresh. We can also use these to make fried rice. And another way we prepared for this cooking marathon is getting all of the meat out of the deep freezers so it could defrost overnight. We are cooking a pork shoulder so we can pull it apart and freeze it in portions as well. We're keeping the flavoring really simple, just onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. So if we want to eat it with barbecue, we can put barbecue sauce on it, or if we want to eat it with Mexican, we could fry it up and it could be carnitas. This way it is really neutral.
Oh! No, it's on the counter.
Another thing that we love to have prepared already are many different protein options. This week, Casey picked out 2 different flavors of chicken that she wanted to have bowls of in the future. One of them is a harissa honey, and one of them is lemon herb honey chicken for a Greek bowl. And I'm just getting those ready to sit in their marinades. We have so much ground pork and we always can find good things to use it for. This time we are mixing 2 pounds of ground pork with 1 pound of ground beef to make some neutral meatballs. The only seasoning in here is salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, just like the pork. Does anyone else feel like the time change has really changed your life? I know that sounds a bit dramatic, but ever since we have had that extra hour of daylight at the end of the day, it has made doing projects and being outside so much more enjoyable.
Today is a very beautiful day, the warmest day we've had this year yet, and we couldn't imagine staying inside to cook all day, so we decided to move the cooking outside onto our cowboy grill.
We love cooking over the fire, but it's not something that we take the time to do very often. It usually takes a really beautiful day like today to get us out there, and it's always enjoyable to sit by a fire and just slowly cook some stuff. We are also cooking some sweet potatoes for us to eat right now. Those aren't for meal prep. After we got all the meat cooked, we are putting it in bags in the freezer, and some of it we are putting in super cubes in portions like the chicken. Some of the pulled pork is going in super cubes, but they're all full right now of things that need to be frozen. So we will utilize some freezer bags to portion out the pulled pork and just freeze it that way. We have a lot of these bacon ends in our freezer, and they are really good to put in recipes since it isn't just a whole piece of bacon, but they do taste just as good. We have never grown spinach that looks this great. These seeds were planted in the fall last year because we were trying to grow it in the fall, and it is growing now, which we are very grateful to have something green growing in the garden right now. It is very nice to see some color. This is of course in our greenhouse garden, which is why I think it's doing so well. We picked a lot of spinach, but I know it's gonna cook down and seem like we have none. These bacon ends are producing a lot of bacon grease, so we are going to utilize some of that to cook our spinach in. The rest of it will go into a bacon grease container collector thing that we have, and I will probably use it in some recipes later. One of my favorite things that we've done this year because of our January no spend challenge was buy a bunch of bulk cheese and then shred it ourselves. It's really true what they say, it's so much better when you shred it yourself. And luckily we have this shredder that makes quick work of it. When we are freezing things in the super cubes, it's this constant rotation where you're trying to take things out as soon as they're frozen so that you can put something that you just cooked in there. Our rice is all frozen solid, so we're putting that up in the freezer just in time to use these trays for our next meal.
I don't mean to brag, but we do have an abundance of eggs right now after a really long time of having basically no eggs. So we need to preserve these in a way where we can, one, use them up, but two, we need breakfast. So we're going to blend these up with some cottage cheese and put them in super cubes with some mix-ins, and we will freeze them before we bake them. We made egg bites a couple years ago, a ton of them, and cook them, and when we reheat them we don't love the texture, so we're going to try to freeze them uncooked and then bake them once they are defrosted. We will see how this goes.
I don't know if you can tell the color of this egg, but this is a new layer and it's amazing. Okay, that's just like a regular olive egger, but this is like an olive egger crossed with a brown egg layer, and it's amazing.
Maybe we should crack them in another bowl. Oh, I almost slung that into you. It's a Johnny Rose. Oh God. Is it too fluffy?
Yeah, it is. Too fluffy.
Well, I just feel like there's a lot of foam on the top that I need to disperse.
I'm not filling the cubes all the way up because I plan on using our baking dishes that also came from Super Cubes, and they fit the frozen cube perfectly in there. And when this is baked, the eggs are gonna rise a lot. So we don't want it to be all the way filled up because when we go to bake it, it's just gonna overflow. We also had some leftover cooked crumbled breakfast sausage that we are using in some of these here. Each cube is getting some spinach, some bacon or sausage, and some cheese. You could do this with all kinds of things, but this is what we had on hand at the time. Because we bought a big bulk order of food at the end of the year, last year we still have a good amount of stuff, and we only had to buy 1 or 2 things from the store to complete all of these meals that we are making in this video. It's really nice to just go grocery shopping in your storage or your freezer or wherever you store that stuff to make this kind of thing happen. We have thoroughly enjoyed not going to the grocery store that much. We have talked about it multiple times. It has made our life significantly better.
Do you want to write on these, or we know what?
Yeah, we need to write on that. Okay. We freezing it?
Yeah. I'm gonna freeze the other one actually because this is much.
It's days like these that we are so happy to have this little dishwasher. It fits 6 full place settings and keeps our dishes in line. We really could not live without it. And because we've been cooking all day, we're keeping dinner really simple. We had these leftover refried beans from another time that we froze beans, and we're just having very simple bean and cheese nachos. This morning, our egg casseroles are already frozen, and I'm very glad for that because now we get to try out on camera cooking these in the oven from frozen. I'm hoping that this doesn't take too long because making it from frozen would be way more practical from us rather than remembering to defrost an egg casserole cube the night before. So we're gonna try that out this morning and see how it goes. Cooking this portion for 2 only took 30 minutes from frozen. And honestly, that works out great for us because while it's cooking, we can do morning chores or sit on the porch, which we like to do when it's really nice outside, and get to enjoy the morning rather than spend those 30 minutes making food. This recipe I've made a couple times in videos and people ask, where's the recipe? And I am working on it, but it really is not perfected yet. We really enjoy these, but I still think I could work on it a little bit. Today I'm making a double batch and then I'm going to split it in half and make one of them sweet and one of them savory. The sweet one is going to be a blueberry muffin cake, and that's what I've made multiple times, but we didn't have enough blueberries, so I'm adding some frozen blackberries. And we usually just warm up one of these each with either some sausage on the side or bacon or some eggs, whatever is available to us that morning, and it makes a really fast breakfast. Because we love this recipe so much, even though it's not perfected yet, I decided I wanted to try a savory version. This one, we are going to brown up some breakfast sausage and put a little cheese in there as well. I left out the sugar and syrup and vanilla that is in the sweet recipe, and this batter sat for a while, so it is way more sticky than the other one. And then our oven was doing something weird and the blueberry muffin cake got a little too brown, but it's okay, it didn't burn and it still tastes great. I actually really enjoy the savory one. I think I might try out cutting it down the middle and making it like bread almost and putting an egg in the middle of it, maybe with some jam. And now it's time to take out the meat that we put in the freezer cubes yesterday, because our next recipe is going to need to go into the freezer cubes.
You don't want me to hold on to that for you? Just at the end. Just get rid of the end because it's kind of... This ham came from pigs that we raised here on our little farm. And we raised 2 Tamworths, and we got, I wish I remembered how much. We got a lot of meat. We'll never run out. I think so.
When we started the No Spin Challenge in January, we had a lot of broth in the freezer. But I think this is the last batch that I'm using here for this soup. Casey loves pickled red onions, and having them ready to go on top of things like the bowls that she wants to create or salads is really nice to have. So she's making a batch of those, and as you can see, she underestimated what size jar she needed, even after someone suggested the bigger one would probably be better, but it all worked out in the end. Also, she's using apple cider vinegar, which is why it kind of looks like chicken broth, but it's just vinegar. There are a few things that we didn't get around to cooking, and we'll likely just make them throughout the month as we need them. But batch cooking in this way makes it so much easier to have meals ready to go in just a few minutes at the end of a really busy day, or even at the beginning. If you want to see how we use some of these things that we froze, come back throughout the month as we are showing you little parts of our lives, and we'll be sure to include how we use it in those videos. Thank you so much for watching.